morning, third grade. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a good day and watched your Bible. And now we're moving on to math. So we have our math arithmetic 4. You've got your paper and your pencil. And we are opened up to page 213, 214, okay, in our book. And we're learning something new today. So we are learning how to multiply a mixed number. Remember, a mixed number is a number with a whole number and a fraction. So it's mixed because there's two types of numbers here. There's a whole number and there's a fraction. We're going to multiply a whole number times a fraction. And the rule is you can't multiply a whole number. You can't multiply a mixed number times a fraction. You only can multiply fractions times fractions. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this mixed number into an improper fraction. And we've been practicing that the last couple of weeks. I've been making sure individually to go over this with you so everyone knows how to do it. But if you forgot, watch here. We're going to do some samples on the board together. This is straight from your page. And then I'm going to mirror our screen and we'll do some more together. Okay? All right. So this is going to be our big thing that I review with you on our calls. I'm going to make sure you're able to do one of these on your own. Okay? All right. So here is our first one, 1A. We've got our mixed number here, 1 1/2. I can't keep it a mixed number. I have to change it to an improper fraction. So the way I change it is I multiply sideways. What's 2 times 1, guys? 2. And then I add this 1 on top. Remember how we do this, guys? 2 plus 1 is 3. And then this stays my remainder. I mean, not my remainder, my denominator. Okay? So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Denominator stays the same. Okay? Once I have 3 halves, which is the same thing as 1 1/2, now I can multiply as usual. Okay? And whenever we multiply, remember our trick, cross cancellation, right? So, am I able to cross cancel anything here? Totally we can, right? These are so funny. 2 and 2, those are going to become 1s. 3 and 3, those are going to become 1s. So 1 times 1 and 1 times 1. Oh my goodness, you guys. The answer is just 1. What a silly one for our first one, huh? Okay. All right, let's try 2B, okay? So first I want you to do is find the mixed number. Where's the mixed number? 1/4 or 2 2/3? That's right, 2 2/3 is my mixed number. So this is the one I'm going to change. This one I'll leave the same. Okay, so let's change it. I'm going to multiply sideways. What's 2 times 3? 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. The denominator stays the same. My denominator is 3. Okay, so how did I do that? 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. The denominator stays the same. All right? And then I can just bring down this 1/4. So the fraction you don't have to change. We're only changing the mixed number. Okay? All right, top times top, bottom times bottom. Oh, but what can I do first? Cross canceling. Okay, do you see me? I can cross cancel. This one I cannot because it's already a 1. Okay, let's try this. Can I cross cancel 8 and 4? Yes. So what can go into 4 and 8? 4. How many 4s can go into 4? 1. How many 4s can go into 8? 2. All right, now I can do my top times top, bottom times bottom. What's 1 times 2? 2. What's 1 times 3? 3. So my answer is 2/3. Okay, this next part, pause it, see if you can do, let me show you, letter E and letter F. Okay, this is like partial by yourself, okay? Because the next ones you really are going to do by yourself. So this one, try these 2 by yourself, push pause, and let's see if you get them right. Okay, so did you find the mixed number? Here it was. I can't leave it. I'm going to have to change it. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. The denominator stays the same, 13/5, times 5/6. Okay, you're like, how did you get that, Miss Roach? 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. My denominator stays the same. Okay, now did you cross cancel? Hopefully you saw these 5s, right? 5 can go into 5 one time, 5 can go into 5 one time. Cannot cross cancel this. 6 can't go into 13, and 2 and 3 can't go into 13. So I'm just going to multiply sideways. 13 times 1 is 13. 1 times 6 is 6. Now what am I going to have to do here? I'm going to have to put the 13 in the division house. We can't leave a 13 on top of a 6, correct? Okay, so if you got this far but you forgot to do this last step, do it with me now, okay? So 13 divided by 6. How many 6s can go into 13? 2. 12. Subtract, I get 1. My remainder will be 1 over 6. So this gets changed to 2 and 1/6. That should be your final answer there. If you have 13/6, you just forgot to do this step, putting the 13 in the division house and dividing by 6. Okay? If you got that right, give yourself a clap because that was kind of a tricky one. Okay, ready? Let's see if you got this one right. Find my mixed number. Where is it? Here it is. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 halves. It's the same thing we had over here. 1 and 1/2 is 3 halves. Times my 4/9. Do you see anything I can cross cancel? Ooh, I can cross cancel both ways. So this way, I'm going to divide by 2. How many 2's can go into 2? 1. How many 2's can go into 4? 2. Now I can cross cancel this way. How many 3's can go into 3? 1. How many 3's can go into 9? 3. So then I just multiply sideways. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. Who got 2/3 for F? Ms. Roach is going to check her answers, make sure I'm not making mistakes. I noticed I was making some mistakes last week on some of the ones on the boards. I'm trying to go a little slower. Okay. All right, guys. So this is our new concept. I want you guys to try, well, I want you to try them all, but C and G are the ones that are just like these. So do these ones for sure. We're going to look at our paper right now and do some more together, but those ones I want to see when I give you a call, okay? All right, so I'm going to get settled here, open up my share screen, and let's look at our set of problems here. Okay, get my pen. Oh, there we go. All right, so we're on the multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. We just did, on page 213, we just did, this one's done, this one's done, this one's done, and this one's done. So if you didn't do those, rewind the video and do those with me right now because we did those ones together. These are the ones, C and G, that I want you to do by yourself, okay? All right, now I'm going to draw a line here. Oops. Draw a line here, and let's look at letter I. This is review from last week, okay? So I'm going to make these too big here. Okay, so top times top, bottom times bottom. Although, what can I do first? Cross-canceling, you're right, guys. If I circle sideways here, let me make this a little smaller. 5 can go into 5 one time, 5 can go into 5 one time. If I cross cancel this way, I can't divide by 4, but I can divide by 2. How many 2's can go into 4? 2. How many 2's can go into 6? 3. And then top times top, 2. Bottom times bottom, 3. So 2/3 is my answer there. Okay, let's do J because I want to see if you guys remember this. Remember, you can always be pushing pause to see if you're getting these answers correct without me giving them to you, okay? All right, so we can't multiply a mixed number times a fraction, and we can't multiply a whole number times a fraction. We need to make one. You guys remember that? So I'm going to turn my 12 into a fraction by making one, and then I'm going to times by my 3/4. Then I always want to look, can I cross cancel? I sure can. I can divide this by 4. How many 4s can go into 12? Or sorry, how many 4s can go into 4? 1. How many 4s can go into 12? 3. And then I can do my top times top, bottom times bottom. 3 times 3 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1. Do you guys remember what 9/1 really means? That's right, it means 9, right? 6/1 means 6. 4/1 means 4. 5/1 means 5. All right, I'm going to skip letter K. You can try that one on your own. And let's go ahead and look at one of these word problems here. So 2A, it says, Marlene bought a Sunday dress that had cost $45. Okay, so we know she got a dress and we know it was $45. However, it was on sale for 1/3 off the regular price. How much did she have to pay for the dress? Now, this is a tricky one, so I'm glad we're doing this one together. So we have to figure out how much the dress cost after the discount, but we don't know how much it costs after the discount until we figure out what the discount was. So it's telling us that it was 1/3 off of $45. And I'm just going to write 45 to keep it simple, but we'll know that it's money. Okay, guys? Do you remember what of means? Yes. Of means to multiply. So we're doing 1/3 times 45. Well, look, guys, we need to make one here, right? So 1/3 times 45/1. Can I cross cancel this, third grade? Can 3 go into 45? Let's check over here on the side and see. How many 3s can go into 4? 1. Bring down my 5. How many 3s can go into 15? 5. So it can go into it. This becomes a 15. This becomes a 3. Oh, sorry, this becomes a 1. And so we have $15 is how much our discount is. Now, that doesn't tell me how much the dress cost. It just tells me that she got $15 off of the price. So if she got $15 off of the price, did she pay less than $45 or more than $45? Less. She got that amount off, right? So what do we do with less? We're going to subtract. So the dress was originally $45. She got $15 off because we figured that out with our multiplying of the fraction. And so now I can just subtract. What's 4 minus 1? 3. So she's ended up spending $30 for her dress. That is if she got 1/3 off. Okay, so it's still kind of an expensive dress there. Okay, on these ones, you're looking to see which answers are wrong. Okay, so I'm going to do the first one with you to kind of show you how to do this. So what's 7 plus 6? 7 plus 6 is 13. What's 9 plus 5? 14. Okay, what's 13 plus 14? 27. So I have my 7. I'm going to carry my 2 up here. Let's add up the next column. What's 8 plus 2? 10. What's 10 plus 9? 19. What's 19 plus 2? 21. What's 21 plus 5? 26. And what did they write? 27, guys. So this one is wrong. I'm going to circle it. So go through each one and see if you can find more mistakes. I'll give you a hint. There are 3 more mistakes. So 3 out of these 4 are going to be wrong. See if you can find them. Okay, let's go to the back side, just so we can practice some of these. Okay, oh, same thing here, guys. We're looking for mistakes. Okay, so let's pick one that looks kind of tricky. Let's do G, okay? So let's first see what they did. It said 1/2, 1/4, 1/12. Do those bottom numbers match? I'm looking at these bottom numbers right here. Do these bottom numbers match, guys? No. So they changed them to 12. Let's see if they changed them right. 2 times what makes 12? 6. 1 times 6 is 6. That's good. 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 3 is 3. Good. That one they kept the same. Okay, so now all of those fractions are changed correctly. Let's see if they added right. What's 6 plus 3? 9. What's 9 plus 1? 10. Okay, so we got 10 twelfths. Let's see if they added this right. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. Carry my 1. Okay, so 43 is right. Oh, and then look, they even reduced. They divided by 2. So is 43 and 5/6 correct? Yes, I'm going to put a smiley face. This one is right. Okay, I'm going to give you a hint. Out of these 4 here, 2 of them are wrong. So 2 are wrong. I'm going to see if you can find them, and then I'll check with you when we do our call, okay? See if you were able to find them. All right, let's go down here to reducing. I noticed reducing was a little bit tricky on our quiz that we took. So let's really take a look at this and make sure we're doing it well. So remember my first rule. Can I count by the top number to get the bottom number? Can I count by 2 to get 4? Yes. If you can count by the top number to get to the bottom number, then divide by the top number. Okay, that's our fast check. How many 2's can go into 2? 1. How many 2's can go into 4? 2. So my answer is 1/2. Okay, let's get 10/30ths. Can I count by 10 to get 30? 10, 20, 30. Yes. So let's divide by 10. How many 10's can go into 10? 1. How many 10's can go into 30? 3. So my answer is 1/3. Okay, let's do one more. Can I count by 6 to get 15? 6, 12, 18. No. So I know it has to be smaller than 6. What can go into 6? Well, 2 times 3 makes 6. Can any of those numbers go into 15? Yes. 3 can go into 15. Okay, so you're going to do this one by yourself. How many 3's can go into 6? Write it right here. How many 3's can go into 15? Write it underneath. Okay, see if you can do C and D by yourself. Okay? All right, let's go down to number 5. This is just, these ones aren't too tricky. A little confusing, but not hard. So 1 equals something over 9. Well, remember, 1 equals if the top number and the bottom number match. So if they give me 9, I have to write 9 again. So let's find all the ones with 1. This one has a 1, so that has to match. This one has a 1, so that has to match. This one has a 1, so that has to match. Okay, see if you can find any more that I missed, okay? All right, now let's look at letter B. Letter B says 4 equals 3 and something over 12. Well, here's 3. 3 plus what makes 4? 3 plus 1. So how can I make 12 into a 1? Yes, 12 12s, right? So that helps me on that one. Let's look at G. 6 over 6 equals 5. So we have to put something here. What plus 6 over 6 will get me 5? Well, 6 over 6 really means 1, right? So 1 plus what makes 5? 1 plus 4. So 5 equals 4 and 6, 6. I guess this is a little tricky when you look at it, huh, guys? All right. I am going to see if you guys can do the rest by yourself. Let me try one more of these just to make sure you know what you're doing here. Roman numerals, I definitely want to see because I'm excited to see who still knows the Roman numerals. So 3 times 4 is 12. So 2 times 2 is 4. That's all we're doing. Okay, guys? All right, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. Okay, so go back, definitely do those ones on the front that I want you to try because I want to see that everyone can do some of these on their own. And then flip it over the back and try at least one from each section and do all those Roman numerals, okay? All right, guys, I'll see you on our call later on today if I haven't already talked to you. Okay, have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.